So this is a video where I tell you how I became a part of the creativity program beta on TikTok. So pretty much turning my views into something that can turn into money. I'm not an expert on anything at all. I just did the research that I needed to get started and to be able to keep going. Number one, my timeline. So I want to say in August or September, I posted a story time. I had this conversation with one of my students and that blew up. Hundreds of thousands of views. I gained a lot of followers from that. When I started, I only had about 900 something. I had been posting on TikTok, or I had my TikTok for years, just posting for fun and consistently. And then I realized that my page was growing. So I'm like, how can I make money off of this? I know people do it. So I looked it up on TikTok. All I saw was TikTok creativity program beta. And I already knew what the Creator Fund was. I didn't know how it worked, but the Creator Fund wasn't there. So I looked up the beta and I knew what I needed to do to get started. You need a minimum of 10,000 followers to apply for the program, right? That video got a lot of views that went viral. However, I knew that I needed 10,000. So I told myself I had to keep posting consistently. And that's exactly what I did. Once every 2-3 days. Like, I don't know what their definition of consistent is. And I don't know how their algorithm works. And I don't know how to crack that. So I knew I needed 10K. So I kept posting. I kept trying to make videos that didn't require too much out of me, because then it gets tiring. And my page was growing. I made one about my dad. I made one, again, about students, like 2-3 more about students. Those went viral. Those were all before I got paid or was eligible to even apply for the program, right? Before you hit 10K, you hit 1K eventually, obviously. 1,000 followers to go live. And when I tell you, if you have 1,000 and you're trying to get to 10, go live. Please go live, because every time I go live, I am racking up between like 10 to 40 followers every time I went live. And I was probably going live not often, honestly. But imagine if I was. The followers then bring traction to your page. The page then brings views and likes and all those things. And those are things you want to do. I did not start going live until after the 10K. When you can go live at 1K and start racking in those people to get you to 10K at a faster pace. Go live. Do it. Look at the rules for going live. You want your account to be in good standing, so you make sure, watch what you say, all of those things. Back to the program creativity beta. You don't just get to post a video and boom, it makes you money because it gets 2 million views. No, the creativity program says you have to post videos that are more than 60 seconds. I always try to do a minute and a second. If I'm trying to do like the shortest possible, a minute and a second. Now, you will see me post less than a minute sometimes. Those are just for fun. Those are just because I had an idea, I thought it would be cool, and those can bring traction to your page as well, especially if they go viral. But you have to be okay with the possibility of them going viral and not making you a dime. But the benefit of that is it still brings people. Cool. So a minimum 60 seconds. And then not only that, once you get that 60 seconds, that video is now eligible to make money. Cool. But not until after that video hits 1,000 views. Once that video hits 1,000 views, then anything after that can possibly make you money. But not only that, they have to be qualified views. Qualified views means you can't just like have your brother play your video over and over again for like 24 hours straight. They count 1 view per 1 account. So I know it sounds crazy, but it is very much doable. On top of that, how much money do you make? That comes down to your RPM. I don't know the ins and outs of RPM yet. I just know that mine started off very high, and that was at $2.40 something. But I've heard that other people's RPM is like a penny, 3 pennies. And now I realize that mine is at like $1.86. So I had to look up, why is my RPM going down? And I saw something. Your RPM, like your videos and your analytics, once you are a part of this program, they will tell you how many are men, how many are women, where your videos are being shown, like in what city. My videos are being shown a lot in Houston. They're being shown in Dallas. They're being shown in San Antonio. The more that they reach only a few cities, only this amount of people about the same thing, I guess your RPM drops. Now I'm learning this, I don't know. And even this thing too, TikTok, I think as an app is trying to change what it is. I think it's trying to be a bit more intentional to where if someone wants to learn how to do something, they can go to TikTok and search it up. So they want your videos to be longer and more informational and things like that. That's something you'll worry about once you get to the 10K. It's also why I have my video in a horizontal view right now, because I also heard that they are pushing videos that are more this way, more of a YouTube vibe, I guess. I don't really know. I'm just trying it out with this video just to see what's up. How does the payout work? Payout. Pay period is from the 1st of the month to the last day of the month, 30th, 31st. And then you get paid on the 15th. I forgot. To get into the program, not only do you need the 10K, but you also need 100,000 qualified views within the last 30 days when you apply. That's why the consistency is important. You can't get a video on November 1st that got 2 million views and your account ended up jumping to 10K in January and you haven't posted anything since, those 1 million views are no longer eligible. So you need to have had 100,000 views within the last 30 days when you apply for the program. I try to keep it as fun and as enjoyable as possible, and try to do videos that don't require a lot of editing. I'm not here to edit. You know, once you edit, it takes time. There are people who are editors. I'm not one of them. It makes it all easier for me. So the money coming in for things to still be easy for me is a really big plus. The reason why I'm telling you this is because I feel like almost anybody can do it. However, I have seen pages with a ton of potential that have not blown up until they do, or they just never do. So again, that's the hard part about that algorithm. I don't know. Me, I might even have to switch things up. Not much traction coming to my page anymore. I'm losing followers, and women have never really followed me because of the content I post. My stuff is not really appealing to women. That can be a downfall. You might want to watch what your niche is, and I can talk more about your niche. I hope that if you guys are ready to do it, that you do it. Be consistent. The key is consistency. 100%. Get that 10K by first getting that 1K. And my biggest advice to you, do not exhaust yourself trying to get that 10K. Don't make 60-second plus videos right now. Use that content for later. Write your stuff down. Literally write it down or put it in your notes. And when you make that 10K, make those 61-second videos later. Right now, make those short ones. It's going to bring that traction to your page. Make the ones that are fun. Make the ones that are off of sound. Because when you hit that 10K and you're trying to get paid, you can't lip sync anymore. You can't do stitches to where you take a piece of someone else's video and put your 2 cents on what that video is. They're not going to pay you for that. It has to be completely you. That was a little bit all over the place.